matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurts. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. In motion left is Watkins.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
The Eagles at 5-3 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
That's into the hands of Jacob Harris.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 23. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Watkins.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 29, Stafford. That's complete to his tight end. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give, running right is Akers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw is Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got it.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Akers is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Stafford.
Complete. Jefferson the target. He's got the first down and more.
Touchdown, Rams.
Van Jefferson.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Rams have taken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other.
He's got him in, complete. A big play there for Philly. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run with Sanders, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
They'll go again here with Akers. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 70 yards rushing for Akers, and this is a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
36 yards on the play. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers.
That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. You ain't going nowhere.
In motion left is Watkins.
56. Check 56. Hey, check.
Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. 56, Mike. 56. Here we go, D. Get off the field. 56.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 41, Stafford. And this throw will be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal.
get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Right back to him on first down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 164 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll give this to Akers running right.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Rams have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Out for the PAT, here's Sloman.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They were trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
On the handoff, running left is Akers.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, 214 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now a give. Akers running left.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Panther Street, Panther Street.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check it out, three. Tight dog. Check 37. Three, Ryan. Check 52. Check smash.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. Down to the 41.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run with Pollard. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Run for Pollard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
Back to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way we did.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, in less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swing.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Eagles, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.